Well, we're here today, I think, to just explore the way you find a job or build a career in a creative profession. And it's kind of challenging because there's pioneering aspects of this profession where people are applying creative processes and skills and methodologies to places that don't traditionally use creative work. So I think there's kind of a new awareness of creative talent in the world of business for sure. And a lot of people are really interested in trying to get those jobs, and there's a lot of competition for them.
I mean, if you're here in front of people, I'm going to meet you, and I'm going to know you better than someone that applies to me from Craigslist. And so when I'm interviewing people and they say, what can I do? I can't get a job. I say, you need to go to events. That's the only way people are getting hired right now, is physically meeting people. And like they mentioned on the panel, you could apply to me and I might not have something for you, but I might know where to throw your resume.
There's no real checklist, right? It's not like you have to have the 5 things to actually get hired. It's what is interesting about you and what makes you interesting as a person.
The volume we deal with is we can hire about 9% of the people that apply. So there's a lot of people that we can't even look at or talk to. So the first step of being seen is trying to figure out how to articulate who you are, what you're about, what you're interested in, what you're capable of on paper. And the second step is to do that live in person.
I look at the companies I've worked for in the past. Generally, that's a pretty good telling sign, is if that company hired you to do that work and that company hired you to do that work, I can trust you to work for this company and do that kind of work also.
Certainly we need a resume and a portfolio to back up a comment, but if somebody wants to present themselves as a big thinker, they need to be able to, in a concise, articulate way, explain who they are, what they're interested in, and how it lines up with the kind of work we do.
Be able to articulate and defend and be interested in what you did, or or just be honest. Like if there's something that you're like, yeah, that's in my portfolio, it was like kind of a challenging project and I didn't know if it was going to turn out. Like tell me the story. I want to know the actual story, and don't hide from the facts. And also admit your failures, because those are actually the best pieces of any kind of person's candidacy and story.
Do you know anybody that's ever done everything right? I mean, I don't. So if someone comes in to me and says, here's all the great stuff I've done, and they don't have any insights from the things that they didn't do well, I don't believe them. So to me, the vulnerability exists when you pretend that you're perfect. And this is kind of a problem from design school, when your portfolios are all your perfect work. It's important to show that you can do perfect work. It's also really important to us to know that you're learning, because we were about continual learning. We know we're humble as a company in the sense that our work is never done. And so this idea of achieving perfection and pretending it's perfect so you can be picked out as a plum cherry or something is really a bad place to be, I think. I'd much rather hear somebody say, look, I still haven't gotten exactly what I think I want to get done, and I think I'm close, and here's where I'm close, and here's where I'm not there. And I think if I were working at IDEO because of this reason and this reason and this reason, which are all true about IDEO, we'd make a good match and we'd both get better. To me, that's a much more productive conversation.
I mean, I definitely, and I think other people look for a healthy skepticism on what is conventional. Don't be safe. Take really fun, crazy risks. Taking directions is one thing, because we all definitely need assistance and need to be managed and need directed to the right path, but entertaining the impossible and really thinking big are really, really awesome things that I can't tell people. Break rules when they need to be broken.